Opco Studios in Oklahoma City. This is a Bedlam special edition of Basketball Insiders. We've got both of our basketball beat writers here, Ryan Aber, our OU beat writer, John Helsley, our OSU beat writer. The teams are going to play Bedlam. We're going to have a little Bedlam conversation here. You guys wrote in the Monday Oklahoman and on News OK about little big men. Obviously, both these teams don't have huge inside presences, but they've definitely gotten some good production out of what they do have. Ryan, let's start with you. What about the Sooners and what they're getting from their inside guys impresses you most?
Well, I think the most impressive thing is what Ryan Spangler's been able to do. We expected Cam Clark to be improved, but Ryan Spangler's really been able to get in there. He always seems to be in the right position for rebounds. Balls just seem to find his hands somehow, and he's able to create offense with that, whether it's going straight back up or kicking it out to the outside. And he's really been the key to what OU's doing on both ends of the floor right now.
John, obviously the Cowboys playing shorthanded after injury affected them. How's it going to work for Oklahoma State when you talk about how important Ryan Spangler's been for Oklahoma?
Well, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Kamari Murphy to play well. You know, they lost Michael Cobbins to season-ending injury. Murphy was a very good player off the bench. Now he's in that starting role. It's been an adjustment for him. You know, it's different. It's a lot more minutes. It's a lot more banging, and so it's going to be a little different for him. But it's going to be a big matchup because, you know, while some of these guys may not always be in the crosshairs of every game, they very much could be in this game.
Right. Definitely so. And obviously Bedlam at 8 o'clock tonight. Ryan, let's talk about keys for Oklahoma. They've got a lengthy winning streak at home in this series. They have won every game since 2005, and some names that we haven't thought about in forever being involved with those games. But what's it going to be for the Sooners? 3 keys as you think about getting another win at Lloyd Noble Center.
Well, I think number one for me is the way they finish halves. The Sooners have struggled at the end of halves really all season long, especially in Big 12 play. Again, a game like this, they're going to have to close out the halves, first half and the end of the game well. I think that's the number one thing. The number two thing is probably Jordan Woodard's play at the point. He's going to be such a key into this game because Oklahoma State likes to force a lot of turnovers. They play really tight defense, and Woodard's been a little bit shaky in Big 12 play at holding on to the ball, but he was great on Saturday in Lubbock, and they're going to need another really good game out of him tonight. And the other one is Cam Clark. We've seen Cam Clark come up and have big games. He had a huge game against Michigan State, then the number one team in the country. He had a huge game against Kansas. Both those games they lost, but still, against their best competition, he's played the best of the year. But he's also disappeared at times, and they're going to need him to get going. All
right, 3 keys for the Sooners. What about the Cowboys, John? 3 keys tonight to break this streak of losses at Lloyd Noble Center.
Well, I think number one, you have to look at Marcus Smart. He's coming off a game where he didn't play well, got frustrated, lost his emotions a little bit. They absolutely have to have him playing well in this game in Norman. So there's number one key, I think, and maybe 1 and 1A maybe.
Right.
You know, number 2, manage the environment. You mentioned they haven't won there in a long time. 9 straight wins for the Sooners. They're going to have to manage that. I think maybe if they can make some shots early and get some confidence built up, that would help perhaps in getting comfortable in Lloyd Noble Center. And then the third thing is just to win this inside battle. You know, whether it's Murphy, they have to put LeBron Nash, who is the other guy who kind of has to play a power role for them. Marcus Smart even has been playing 4 spot and rebounding well. They're going to have to find a way to handle themselves, you know, on the boards.
Wasn't so long ago we were talking about Bedlam sort of losing its oomph. Now, big Monday, 8 o'clock. It's a big game as both teams are ranked. We'll all be there, and we'll have your coverage. Stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.